summer is full of hot days and loud nights, which may be manageable for us, but could pose problems for our pets.
Katie and Ashley, and we also have Lynn here from Animal Friends, here to help share some ways to keep our furry friends cool in this heat. And before we get to some of the very important safety tips, tell us who you have here with you.
That's right. Okay, so we have Allie here,
who's very excited to be with
very
you.
happy to be with me, and then we have Josh. They're brother and sister, but they're not a bonded pair, so they can be adopted together or separately. But they are a 1-year-old, a lot of fun. Ashley, tell us about what they like.
These guys really love playtime with each other. They enjoy their walks. And these guys are family friendly, so they can go home with children of all ages.
Yeah.
And they can go home with another dog pending accessible meat.
I know that they're not a bonded pair, but I have to say, Katie, I think they might be bonded to you.
Yeah, we are certainly having a good time here. We are certainly in love. But they love everyone and everything. That's kind of the great part about it. And being an all ages dog, it's great. They need to work on their manners a little bit.
Well,
they're only one, right? That's all part of the process. But they're lovers, they're snugglers, they're bouncy, they're a lot of fun.
I love their tongues. I don't know something about both
They're
of them.
everywhere.
All right, so what do people need to know about keeping their pets safe in this heat?
Yes, absolutely.
It's hard for us, so I can imagine it's very difficult for them.
It is, right? Like dogs and cats don't sweat the way that us humans do. So they have the ability to overheat a lot more quickly. So it's something that us as their owners need to be really vigilant about, right? On these hot days, it's even more important for dogs like Allie and Josh because they have shorter snouts. Anytime you've got a dog with that sort of a snout, the breathing can be a little bit more difficult. They can overheat more quickly.
Very easily.
So that's very important. Elderly dogs, dogs with medical issues. But things you can do is if you have a dog that loves being outside, it's really important to make sure if they're out there, they have shade, they have fresh water. If they want to be in and out, provide them with that opportunity. It's also important to think about, okay, you want to take your dog on a walk, but maybe don't do it in the middle of the afternoon. Choose an early morning, or maybe when it's cooler later in the day, and bring water with you.
You know, we had a news story on, I think this week on Katie Kie, and they were talking a little bit about that. What I learned, and we've heard this too with salt in the wintertime, we think our dogs are so resilient, but they are just as affected by hot pavement as we would be. So we have to be very cognizant of that too.
Yeah, if it's 90 degrees outside, the pavement can actually be up to 150 degrees. So you really have to be careful. Find grass you can walk on. There's even products that you can get to put to protect their paws. So being aware of that, but bringing water is also a really important thing. You don't think about how much they're panting, how much they're drooling, and that's actually a really good way to know if there could be something going wrong. If they start panting too much, if their heart starts racing, if you start seeing them acting almost lethargic, that's a sign that your dog could be in the early stages of heat stroke. So you really want to be aware of those signs.
Well, how much water should we be giving them throughout the day?
As much as possible. Just having water available at all times. There's really not too much water that a dog can drink, especially during the summer months. So just having that fresh water, especially if the water's outside, make sure you're checking it, refreshing it, making sure that it's safe.
We're so happy that you're here to talk about the heat and making sure our pets stay safe, but let's also talk about the 4th of July, because I know that this is one of those holidays where you think your dog is going to be okay, and the next thing you know, they've run away because they got scared and startled.
Right, absolutely. So fireworks are obviously fun for all of us. We love to see the colors, but those bangs and booms and the lights can trigger a fight or flight response in animals. So they try to take off, to find safety, to go anywhere. They kind of lose their, their orientation a little bit. So it's really important. Rule number 1 is when fireworks are going to go off, keep your pets inside. They don't need to be out there watching them with you. Keep them inside. If you don't know how they're going to react, it's just it's a better way to go about it. Another thing to do is to create a safe space in the house, somewhere where they feel comfortable, where if they get upset, they can't injure themselves. It's kind of a preparation thing too, because you can reach out to your vet. There are really great options for medications for anxiety, calming methods that they can teach you, so ways that you can be prepared. Another important reminder is to make sure your dog's wearing a collar with an ID tag. Make sure that they're microchipped so that if, God forbid, they do get away, there's a way to get them back. It's important.
Good tips. Really quickly, so if you are out on a walk with your dog, or even if they're outside for a little bit of time, can dogs get sunburned like we do?
Yes. So it's not as common as you would think, but for certain dogs, like Josh, for example, he's got thinner fur and he's got light colored fur. So he is a dog that would be considered more susceptible. Also dogs that maybe have patchier skin or have, skin conditions, you really want to be aware of that. But it's not necessarily like go out everyone and get your dog some sunscreen, but something else to be aware of for sure.
These two are ready for adoption?
Oh, they are.
Oh, good. Fantastic.
So
Allie and Josh, thank you.
Thank you.
They look like they need some. Do you guys need some water? Teeny boy? Okay, maybe.
Oh, we got plenty of that.
We got plenty.
They just want some treats.
They do. Maybe that's
All
it
right,
too.
thank you. We have the summer tips as well as a link to see what pets are available for adoption at Animal Friends on our website.